Twitch is burning. Yes, the platform is living through an adpocalypse currently. Oh boy, that's terrible. I wonder why. Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt. Thank you so much for being with me today. There are actually many reasons why Twitch is in the middle of a grand fire right now. And it might not be all that you think it is. While this group is pointing at that group's pointing at this group. Asmongold is talking about Hassan, and Hassan's talking about Asmongold, and others are fighting about amongst them. This is just one of the reasons why some advertisers, a lot of advertisers, are leaving the platform in droves, with some streamers even seeing an 80% decrease in ad revenue, as covered by Ludwig and others.
I'm a little frustrated. Okay? I don't know what's going on.
While advertisers are very flighty, I do want to point out the very limited improvements that Twitch itself as a platform has implemented and rolling out for the last couple years. They care more about what messaging they put out and what they look like on social media and what events they create versus creating and innovating in the space of social media and content creation. And in that regard, not creating a space for streamers and creators to succeed. Take this excerpt from a recent stream of Devin Nash and BigE watching the CEO of Twitch's introduction into TwitchCon this year.
Do a better job keeping people engaged with Twitch even when they get busy.
Okay, this is the most important part of the talking.
Who come at least 14 days a month and watch over 70 hours make up over 60% of our daily audience.
Okay, so I think what he just said there, he said, he didn't say it right, but he's saying regular viewers that come at least...
He said regular streamers.
Now, streamers who come at
regular
least
viewers
14 days a month and watch over 70 hours. Regular streamers who come at least 14 days a month and watch over 70 hours.
70 hours.
Make up over 60% of our daily audience.
Holy shit, that's awful. That literally means like your entire website is the same people, and you're not onboarding anybody. Like
oh, that too.
If you think about that churn against like YouTube, he said streamers, but he means viewers, because streamers don't watch 70 hours of content and make up a daily audience. He obviously means viewers. He misspoke. That's actually a really bad stat, because what that's saying is that like the only people that use Twitch are super power users. It means that like the only people that watch Twitch are like super dedicated users, because otherwise if you had like a lot of users that just sort of casually interacted with the platform, which would equal more users, then you would have a lower average. He literally just defined a power user: a person that shows up half the month and watches 70 hours of content, which is the equivalent of 2 weeks at a full-time job, is a power user. Listen.
People get busy and have less time available. They sometimes just drift away.
What he's telling you right now is that the entire platform is basically power users, and whenever somebody gets a life, they leave to your life. The problem is that they're having a huge amount of issues once power users, like, I don't know, get a girlfriend, go get a job, do like literally anything, like they don't engage with the website anymore. That's the problem he's talking about.
Which is so ironic, because years ago a previous developer on Twitch built this Twitch mobile app that was apparently like really good, and it leaned a little bit more in the idea of like an algorithm, content, not just streaming, and Twitch buried it. Twitch, not, if I remember correctly, Twitch didn't even just bury it. They essentially like told the users who did that, like don't even fucking waste your time focusing on shit like this. 45% of users watch Twitch through the app. Ooh.
Here, and I want to acknowledge that many of you were
so
frustrated with some of these updates.
Bad mobile app.
Yes, we heard.
Yeah, it is.
Like about it, the problem with the mobile app right now is that it decentivizes people you actually want to watch and serves you a bunch of random freaking streamer clips that you don't care about. And so it's trying to be TikTok, but like TikTok has an algorithm that is literally plugged into your brain and is listening to you talk off your phone and knows exactly the type of content that you want to watch. Twitch is serving you like literally random crap from streamers you don't care about. And so most people are not trained to consume the app in that way.
They haven't updated the phone app in 7 years. That's a long time.
Previous mobile app was basically a port of the website to mobile, and we have not updated the app in 7 years. Mobile has changed a great deal in this.
That is such an insane thing to say in 2024.
Yeah, especially when you're talking like in the 7 years, you had the two crazy rises, right? Because 2017, 2018 is when you had the big Fortnite fucking ninja boom, right? So they didn't think to update it through then, and then they had fucking the pandemic handed to them too. You know, it's like, it's so interesting, not to shit on Twitch all the time, and I do like talking about these conversations because it is so disingenuous how manipulative Twitch is as a business towards creators. I hate how they belittle creators and make you think that you're not worth what you are because they're operating a fucking failed business. But like, dude, over the last 7 years that they didn't update the app, they had the biggest fucking opportunity handouts. Here you go. Culture said, here you go. Blow up. Blow up. Like, you realize how many businesses would love the lottery of that? Like, being a tech company where everything's based around live streaming and just magically one day for a year, everybody's forced to stay inside, you know, like, and start playing video games. They had the biggest fucking handouts and they fumbled them. They fumbled the handouts. And then fast forward, they say, we're going to take money out of your pockets because our business isn't operating efficiently. Jesus fuck. Delusion. It's pure delusion.
We haven't updated our mobile experience, which is 45% of our users in 7 years.
That's insane.
Brother, you have just gone full heretic.
I wanted to bring up a little bit of the facts of not only the adpocalypse as it goes into the politics of what people are talking about, but also the facts of innovation or lack of on that platform. And then here's some of my personal experiences. My experience on Twitch was definitely a mixed bag. At the time, around 2020, when COVID was hitting big, I got to learn more and more about graphics, about OBS, about streaming, stinger transitions, stream elements, Streamlabs, that kind of thing. And then practicing gaming while talking to people live on stream, interacting with you, the viewer, or chat, when to do what scenes to use on OBS, and having so much fun with graphics and effects. Spooky season was my favorite time of year. Good evening, everyone. Hi, here in the car. Creating different intros with the games that coincide with that. Graphics, themes, alerts. It was so much fun. And to this day, before the creation of this channel, I streamed almost every other night on Twitch from 2020 until about last year. I streamed on Twitch so much that I actually achieved affiliate status in about a year. I was stoked. It was quite an achievement, and it still is to this day. I also had so many regulars who showed up. Mostly it was my personal IRL friends, and I thank them for watching me for so long and hanging out with me. I posted on Instagram and tried to make reels about the content that I was making, trying to grow the channel in different social media spaces, but I still didn't find too much success, even when being discovered and rated by larger streamers and meeting regulars that sometimes show up here on this channel. I really hope you are doing well. Wish you the best. Discoverability and those streams living on past when you hit end stream was definitely and is still lacking on that platform. It's terrible. It's terrible. Once the stream was done, that was it. That was it. The VOD did not live on past that. Nobody watches VODs on Twitch. They have zero play, zero discoverability. There is basically no algorithm when it comes to the long form content that's on Twitch. It's going to be a very, very long, difficult trail to make it on Twitch. And don't get me wrong, with any of this stuff, that should not be your goal. This should be a hobby. This should be something that you enjoy to do. Not a chore just to try to make money. It should be about having fun. It should be about growing yourself as a person. It should be about talking about and sharing things that you are personally interested in and personally that you love. It's going to be a hobby with any of this content creation stuff. It's going to be a hobby. But even still, Twitch is highly competitive and overly crowded with millions of people doing basically the same thing. So sure, call me a quitter or that I lost the fight on Twitch, but I don't take it that way. I don't look at it that way. I moved on. My interests have changed. I wanted to talk about and do something different than I was on Twitch, which was primarily just gaming. Basically just gaming. And so also life changes, you know? After COVID, your life kind of changed a little bit, so your schedule had to change. Yeah, over time, I wanted to do something different. I wasn't really being fulfilled creatively anymore. I wanted to share another part of my life that I hadn't really online before, besides on Instagram stories. I'm more than a gamer. I'm just a straight up nerd. I am. And I have been my whole life. While the Twitch streaming experience was fun and educational, I just wanted to do something different, something new. And that's where YouTube came in. And yes, YouTube wasn't really a platform that I tried to do while on Twitch. I mean, I never really gave it a full shot. I created a channel in 2017 with some friends, and it was really a way of expressing my creativity and also hanging out with friends and gaming. I was very much so influenced by Funhouse and the Let's Play guys that I figured anybody could do it really, right? Just hang out with your friends. And I did that for a little bit, but the time that it was taking to create those videos was a lot. It was unsustainable, really. With this channel, I remember the decision to create it, to make it on YouTube. It was at San Diego Comic-Con in 2013. I was at a panel hosted by Chris Gore, and basically the whole panel just said, do it. Just do it. Make a channel, start making videos, start writing articles, start writing essays, post it online, express yourself, just do it. You know, go film, go create that piece of art that you've always wanted to. The barrier of entry has never been lower than it is right now. We all have phones.
You guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
They all shoot 1080p. You know, I sat with that for about a good month. I sat with that, really thinking about what I was going to do. And then Secret Invasion dropped from Marvel. It made me beyond furious. It was crazy. It drove me insane, possibly. Possibly. How did this company fail so badly, falling from such high graces of Infinity War and other movies that were amazing? Not only was the quality bad with the filming and the CG, but just the plot, the characters, the story, forgetting so much about the past and beautiful moments from those past movies and shows. Mostly movies. It was movies at that time. Which, if you want to see my first video, feel free to. I'm gonna link it down below and post it right here. That was a good one. I was complaining so much. So with that, nerddom was born. And also with that, I met all of you. I've learned so much about the platform, about you guys, about shooting video, about editing even more so. Finally creating once again. I basically rediscovered a love of filming, editing, all this stuff that I used to do way back in the day.
I'm going to the liquor store.
Is it stressful? It can be. Yeah. Yeah, it can be. I push myself sometimes, for sure. Sometimes past the point of healthy, I have. But I'm so glad that I created the channel, and I'm even more glad that you found me and that we can talk about nerdy stuff and stuff that we love. Talking about storytelling, nerdy things, gaming, movies, even sometimes music. I will say, I do wish YouTube would learn a few things from Twitch. The ease of streaming on Twitch is beyond YouTube. The way YouTube has to create a live stream is much different than Twitch, which is just like go live, which I'm sure there is a really good reason for. And I do know that I've seen people run multiple OBSs and then stream horizontal and vertically, which is insane. Maybe I'll try it someday. And I just love making this stuff, and I'm gonna continue to do so. Anyways, I just wanted to share my 2 cents about the two platforms and what I personally learned really from both. And if you ever considered making a YouTube channel, remember what they said at the panel. Just do it. I guess that's Nike too. Fudge. Just do it, just do it, just do it. It's a fun hobby. It really is. And you never know who you're gonna meet out there in the World Wide Web. That could be creepy too. That could be a bad thing. But this is your time. What are your thoughts on Twitch, Twitch versus YouTube, just YouTube in general? What's happening over there at Twitch? Can they ever bounce back with platform improvements? Are they able to capture that lightning in a bottle again during COVID? Is YouTube going to take over even more than it already is? Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. It really does help out the channel. Thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it, and have a great day.